also sort of made me take a bit longer this video is Tiaan had to sell the aircraft. We sort of put it down for it. I was like, oh, do I make the video, do I not make the video? So it's a bit of a weird one because Tiaan's my flying friend. So anyway, there's a sort of lot to go on there. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, this is it. Bushbaby versus Explorer. They're essentially the same aircraft.
Okay, so I'm gonna take off 3. Koi, is there anything else I need to know? Landing light, fuel pump, Fox India Zulu lining up and taking off runway 23. It'll be left climb at 1,500 foot, routing Delta 69. Yo. Sorry, the brakes are far away.
You don't need them now, it's fine.
I guess.
I don't have brakes on my side, so that's all you now, unfortunately.
Fine. I know, I'm impressed with this climb. We're setting at like 800 foot per minute at 70. It's solid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's the best climber. I think she does alright. 2 up and all.
So what's it like having someone else fly your plane?
It's good. When it's you, it's perfect. So we've got very similar flying styles, very similar disciplines. So it makes it quite easy.
Fox India Zulu is 1,500 foot on the right downwind, leaving the zone towards the north.
Good on you for remembering you're flying Fox India, is it?
Yeah. She flies a lot like mine, to be honest, but it just feels a lot more, I almost want to say rigid is maybe the word. Like when I say rigid, like means it's the Bushbaby, like I touch, like if I take my feet off like that.
One is traffic, this is Juliet X-ray.
She's going, she's going. And if I do this, she goes.
Okay, good. This free.
Traffic special 0 Echo, Fox India Zulu has just left Cape Winelands, 1,800 foot, descending 1,000 foot, and we're routing north towards coffee stop. Oh, you jinxed me.
I'm sorry, that was my fault. You were doing so well.
I was. So you're checking the frequency on your, changing the frequency on a safe frequency. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine I have to like think, what's the frequency? Type it in.
Which is better, right? But this is the lazy man's way. Yeah, anybody from the CIA watching, I do know the frequencies.
Yeah, she flies black, I mean, so she cruises like 85, 90.
Yeah. Again, she's. I don't think she's a high performance plane.
Yeah.
She flies well. She doesn't disappoint.
What is the coolest thing about the plane for you?
The coolest thing about flying this plane for me is that it's semi-bush capable, right? What's cool to me about Fitmass is like any plane, she has a bit of personality.
Yeah.
And I think that's nice. We know each other. She's a fairly okay cruiser. Not great, but fairly okay. And yeah, she takes me places. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
You're flying the plane, you do whatever you feel like.
It's a lot easier to keep the ball sensor on this one than mine. No ways, this ball is crazy.
It's that slightly better coupling of the tail that you have.
So mine's like, I have to, when I turn left, I have to give right rudder.
Yeah, that's weird, and you're not the only Bushbaby pilot that says that. Interesting.
It's like, yeah, the rudder and the aileron sort of, I don't want to say mix, that's the radio control.
Delta 69, traffic.
The coupling on this is like a...
Coupling, that's the word you're looking for. I agree.
I think you need a hooter. Beep, beep. Hooter.
Yeah. I don't want to be rude on camera. Yeah. I like your hooter though. You're forgiven.
Fox India Zulu, final cover stop, full stop. Do you have a 3-pointer?
Yeah, you can do that if you. If you put any pointer. Nice.
Grebrika. Gelukkig het jy rudder springs, daaronder. But that was...
So, yeah, compared to me, you feel like you're very calm on the rudder. I go full deflection sometimes.
On landing?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm used to the big tires, so I'm like almost waiting. I'm like, we should be on the ground. We should be on the ground. I'm looking at the field. We should be on the ground. And then, that was pretty cool though. Like it feels very similar.
Okay, so after Tiaan's plane, I'm a bit nervous. I'm still shaking a bit. But
a good response.
good response. We landed. We're gonna grab some coffee quickly, and then we're gonna talk more aeroplane and have some coffee.
Like a landing.
Thanks. I was shaking.
Sleep with the lights on. I'm coming heavy with the fights on. I'm hunting, oh, oh, till you're gone.
2-blade wood, obviously fixed. Nothing I can change about that. It is tuned as well, about as well as you can tune a fixed pitch prop. I'm very happy with it. She's performed well.
Sporting some small tires. Sorry, Tiaan.
Fair enough.
Okay, I think the nice thing about this is the cockpit space is a lot bigger than mine. So is the baggage bay. Mine was full with all the camera gear and whatever. This is not full. Super nice panel. A lot of space there. I can barely reach the pedals. Here's Koeni's aeroplane, and you can see sort of the difference. The Explorer tail is higher than Bushbaby. Similar size of horizontal, and Boot's tail wheel, the infamous one.
I must say, what's actually nice about the startup on this is that you start, like with the IS you have to, there's so many things you need to make sure, like, okay cool, you need to make sure that your throttle's at 50% to get a proper start, and like, EFIS needs to be on. There's so many like things you need to cover, but this is just like it's 2 switches, you start it, it's not like,
Can't really mess it up.
yeah, and it's like immediate start, you know, like with the IS it's like it runs, boof. Okay, let's see if we can do a full high performance takeoff. There's power, full power, set, 3,000, 12,000, 5,000, and 45 she was like, I'm ready to fly, and the thing just like goes. I'm seeing the same performance on yours. 2 up, where I'm 1 up. Wow. Just a lot more stable.
I'm glad you say that.
And there's input to fly coordinated.
I believe that's part of the reason why the Explorer was designed.
Yeah. I mean, true cruise, 88 miles an hour, 5,000 RPM.
Yeah, that's about on par what I would expect an Explorer to do with this power plant and config. Look, she's a Mark 1 or I'm not sure Explorer, so she doesn't have all the more advanced things that changed after the fact. She's not built particularly light. She's light enough, but she's not, you know, attention to detail with weight wasn't necessarily there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not something I want to say, but I feel more confident in this aeroplane.
I do think she does instill confidence. I remember from flying BJI going into Kitplanes, it was really very different. It did give me more confidence, way more confidence.
Feels more floaty as well. Or is that even a thing?
It could be also, I think the conditions today is very smooth, so that does give you the impression of more floatiness, more stability. But I do know that she is going to feel more stable. It's just, the Explorer is a less agile, or less fidgety plane, let's put it that way.
There's a lot of water around here.
Yeah, the rattle does not.
Yeah, this feels so nice.
I'm interested to know whether you perceive her to be less agile.
I do.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I feel that the tail follows you through the turn. With the Bushbaby, you're fighting. You have to actively work to keep the tail coordinated.
Okay, so agility loss, but not necessarily detrimentally so.
Correct, because I mean, I'd feel uncomfortable in my plane doing that turn and especially like this now. And then she goes a bit out, but I mean,
Yeah. But I mean, you could use the elevator a bit in that turn to get around.
yeah. But for the most part, like I'm putting big inputs into
Yeah.
keep her there.
So kind of the same thing that I felt when I fly the Safari, you're experiencing from the Bushbaby to the Explorer, which is interesting because the performance of the wing should be about the same, right? So the aileron deflection should be about the same. But I do agree with you, it does feel less agile, that's why I asked the question.
Yeah, I do think it's less agile, but it's more balanced. That makes sense. So it is a bit less, maybe I'd say like maybe 10%, 15%. But it's more stable as well. So like, there my feet off the rudder. If I put my feet off the rudder, my plane's going skew. So it's active rudder flying, which is, just feels like, have you ever flown a helicopter? Feels like it hangs.
Yeah.
Where it feels similar, like coming from fixed wing. Like, that's what I'm experiencing. It feels like it's sitting in the wing. Like, but I mean, like it's a comfy flyer. You know what I mean? Like the Bushbaby is like F-16 fighter. Like, hold on, this is probably like an F-22. You know, like feels like you got fly-by-wire or something helping you out.
I didn't tell you, so that's what I did. Yeah, it's all electronic.
Okay.
It's it's got like all dampening and everything.
Oh, okay, that's why. So you got like an autopilot, like a gyro built in.
Actually, I'm flying it from my phone. I'm just making you think you're flying.
And I suppose something small that one could probably do is, like, I'm not saying you need to do it on the Takeoff because it's fine, is you could probably put the stall fences on from KFA.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to make a massive difference, but I think it's marginal. So you don't have the stall fences and I have, and you know.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of small things you can do to a plane like this to sort of improve certain aspects of it. The hunt for the Holy Grail.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
You know me. I try and do as little as possible and get away with it.
Yeah.
So that's why it doesn't have all those things. But I think those are very good upgrades to do, and it's proved itself on your plane.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not saying this isn't any less. I mean, I'd be following you, and you wouldn't be out. Like, you would probably outfly me because you probably have a bit more confidence in the aircraft.
I think performance-wise, we're very similar. I don't, I've often found when you're a little bit in front and I need to catch up with you, that doesn't happen as easily. So it's not like I've got bags of performance waiting for me to use. I think we're very similar performance-wise.
Yeah.
So yeah, she performs well enough.
Yeah. I do also feel the turbulence doesn't like throw you around as much. I wonder why.
Well, also I think the 2-up makes a difference. It makes the plane feel a bit more stable, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she is slightly heavier, and I think because you've also made a comment previously that my controls feel a bit more stiff. That's not by design, by the way, but just this plane. It does have the effect of buffering inputs, external inputs on the control surfaces, and you then having to compensate for that. It's weird flying this side as well. I have to kind of relearn coordination now.
Yeah. I think that's what's cool, like with these planes, you can be at cruise speed on final approach, and like almost over the threshold, and you just cut the power.
It's super weird flying this side. Super weird.
What sort of stall speed do you get, you know?
Yeah, I've tested power off stall. I go to about 42.
Okay.
And power on, I can get to about 38, 37. And then it's hard to judge when you kind of have to watch the descent phase because she doesn't actually brake. She does.
Yeah, I think it's very, like, in terms of stall performance, it's very close to the Bushbaby. I don't think there's much difference. I haven't seen anything under 500 foot per minute climb. Fox India Zulu left downwind, 23 full stop for the gravel.
What's your habitual flaps for landing?
Depends how fast and high I am. Right now I don't know the aeroplane, so I'm leaving them in a bit late. Saying if we have an engine failure, I know I have a better speed. But I'd normally pull them now, get that speed sort of sorted, get in check. The flaps are really lacquer though. Bushbaby definitely loses her speed a lot faster though.
One traffic, Papa exiting the circuit towards the south, climbing 1005 feet, and will report 7. Perfect. What a nice 3 point to go. Beautiful stuff.
No, I just need to... I don't even have to use brakes. I can't get to the brakes. She flies really lucky. Thanks, Tiaan. That was lacquer.
Oh, lucky, thank you.
Nice area.
Take me to the wild. Take me to the water.
Thank you to Tiaan for flying the Explorer. I think, summary, there are differences. Are they major? If you haven't flown any of them, I don't think they're major. Right? I mean,
No, yeah, you probably wouldn't know what to find different. But they are different. If you know what you're flying, then they are different.
Yeah. But I find this is really nice and stable, solid. Like mine flying the whole time. This you can pour a cup of coffee. Something.
Challenge accepted.